Welcome back to Rocky Knob Farm and our YouTube channel. I'm Jason Eakers. Today we're going to do a little something different. We're going to talk about erosion. This is one of our fields and we're having problems with the creek coming in here and eating off and eroding our banks. So every year we're losing a couple of feet of our field. So we're going to do something different. We've been working with the NRCS and they got us some trees from the West Virginia Forestry Department, and we're going to plant some silky dogwoods. Stay tuned. So what we're trying to do is get some roots into these banks, and it's real sandy soil. So the reason we picked these dogwoods is, one, they donated the trees, which we're greatly appreciative of. Number two, these here are going to grow a lot faster. They've already got a root system on them and they spread. So we want to get some vegetation. And another good thing is this is really good for wildlife habitat. They have blueberries on them and birds love them.
Probably good there.
It's important to get the roots down near the bottom of the bank. Obviously that's where it's going to wash first. These grow 6 feet to 12 feet tall. So if we would have went with like a pin oak, we would have probably had problem with shading our field, and we didn't want that. So once the trees mature, this right here is a picture of the berries, what they'll look like, which the birds love. And here's a picture of the berries and the leaves. So it's almost like a bush. So there's other ways of controlling erosion on the creek banks, but this is the most affordable. I'll show you here in a few minutes where I did some concrete I laid on the creek bank. And just so everybody knows, in the state of West Virginia, unless you're in the creek with a machine, you do not need a stream permit. You can do removal of blockages. You can do your slopes on your creek banks, which 2-to-1's probably the best. But if I did a 2-to-1 slope, I'd be losing even more property here. So we're going to try this and see how it works. So I wanted to show you a picture of a 2-to-1 slope. The excavation been done by a dozer here. So here you can see where I put concrete in here out of an old school here, and it's holding the bank, but right here you can see where it's coming in here and eating on the top of it. But down there where I had it real good and thick and it had washed, it's holding it good, but that gets rather expensive. Another benefit that we're hoping with these silky dogwoods, where they have the berries, we're hoping that birds will attract to this instead of our corn, because every year we have trouble with birds getting in our corn and damaging it. So if you look real close, you can see we're putting them in between these rocks even to get root system. see all these. So we planted about 200 trees or 250 along the creek bank here, and hopefully they'll take off and root. They've already got roots, so hopefully they'll dig in to the bank and slow down the erosion of losing my field. Hope you've learned something today. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.